very, very important. The only way it is to either get amr, udhr from that imam. From today, even if Sheikh Sudais come from Mecca, he come to this masjid and it's a time for salah. If he lead us without Sheikh Issah, Hafiz Issah, Imam Issah giving him the okay, then our salat is in jeopardy. Wa'iyadu billah. So this is ahmiyya. It is very, very important for us as Muslims to follow. Even look at the time of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The Sahabas would not pray unless Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam come to them. The day he couldn't come, who did he give amr to? Abu Bakr. He gave Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. He permits him to lead the salah. So it is one of the important aspects of Imam al-Ratib fil Masjid. Among the important aspects, what the Imam should do, I know Hafiz Sheikh Issah know better than me. And I am always telling everybody, I'm one of his students. It's not like, oh, saying I'm one of his students. La, I sit, wallahi alladhi la ilaha ghayru. I sit in front of him and he was teaching me Quran. He knows what the Imam right is. But as Ma'mum, we also have to know what is our right. Among it, as I just mentioned, not to lead salah without his permission, and if he's there, alhamdulillah, for be our name. And who's supposed to be our imam? Scholars, all of them, ijma'iyyan, they agree. Now, but after you get your Imam al-Ratib, it doesn't matter if the person comes who is well qualified, well educated than him. La. We can say, okay, now, before you the Imam al-Ratib, because now we have this doctor come in. No, you're gonna, no. La. So, I'm not gonna prolong the speech. They give me 10 minutes and I'll just go above a minute. Our Sheikh is here, Sheikh Imam Muhammad, and he is, inshallah, the chairman of this occasion. And we have Imam family are here to be recognized. One of the brother here, Imam Shamir is here, and the Imam that passed away, his son is here. May Allah forgive the father. May Allah give him Jannah, inshallah. Our chairman of the commission will take from here, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. First of all, brothers and sisters in Islam, I greet you with the greatest of Islam and I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I pray that our Imam Ali Shamim, who has returned to Allah, may Allah Almighty forgive him. May Allah Almighty grant him Jannah without accountability. May Allah Almighty, out of His mercy, grant our Imam Al-Jannah. Our Imam has always been a father and an Imam. He never hesitated once in guiding us whenever he sees that we're doing something wrong. I remember once he called me and told me, Abdul Muhammad, I said, Ya Imam. He said, when you lead the Jummah Salat, I watch you. The Sunnah is the first part of the khutbah is supposed to be longer than the second part. But you always make the first part shorter and the second part longer. And I never noticed that until he told me. But he told me in a very respectful way. He's old to be my father. He was my teacher. But he never said, no, you did wrong. You did this, no. He said, Abdul Muhammad, this is what I've noticed. Could you correct that? I said, Imam, wallahi, I never noticed that. And that came from experience. May Allah Almighty have mercy upon him. That was how he treated each and every one of us. That was how he treated each and every one of us. May Allah Almighty have mercy upon him. May Allah Almighty have mercy upon him. May Allah Almighty have mercy upon him. We have one of our old Imams here. Even though he hasn't been around for a while, I see him during Ramadan sometimes. But he's here today. And he is our Imam's in-law and a son and an old member of this masjid. He is in the person of Imam Shamir. We're going to give him the microphone so that he can share his experience in life with us. Jazakumullahu khairan.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is a big niyamah and a big blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be gathered in His house. When you're in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're a special guest. We are all the guests of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, praising Him, giving glorification to Him, and seeking His mercy and forgiveness. Indeed, I'm very happy for Issah. And as I look around here, I've been in this community. This mosque was bought in 1988. I've been here since 1985. I see Sadiq here, an old brother Abdul Rauf from Togo. Some of the familiar face I see and I recognize, and I'm so happy. You know, this is one of the mosques that I can go in and feel complete sakina, complete at ease as if I'm home, returning home, each and every time, and I say that every single way that I go. There's no other mosque that you can come in this city and feel the barakah and feel the blessings. I know this was the first mosque that started Qiyamul Layl over 20-something years ago with Sheikh Tafsir. And for the brothers that we have lost, Suleiman Hussein, Brother Yusuf Nuhu, and some others who have gone that I don't know, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them paradise, may He forgive them. I'm very happy for Hafiz Issah. I still can remember the first time he led us in Salatul Tarawih. What a beautiful voice. The first time, he was very, very young when he led us in Salatul Tarawih. I remember that, and we never forgot that. And that's over 20-something years ago. My dear brothers and my dear sisters, the barakah and the importance of following your leader cannot be emphasized. And the barakah of a masjid, and I just want to share one hadith with you. This hadith was the first khutbah our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave in the state of Medina. Our entire religion, our entire deen was built upon these 4 words. These 4 words were said even before Sawm became fard upon us. Fasting became fard the 2nd year of Hijrah. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered Medina, when he stopped at Kuba for a couple of days waiting for Ali and the rest of Abu Bakr family, he stopped at another place and prayed Salatul Jummah for the first time. Masjid Quba was built. He helped build Masjid Quba, where he prayed Salatul Jummah, because when Jummah became fard, Rasulullah could not have prayed Jummah in Mecca. Musab ibn Umar, he was praying Jummah in Medina. Yet Rasulullah did not pray Jummah as yet, when Jummah became fard. Because Musab ibn Umar, he was in Medina teaching the people. So Masjid Quba was built, where Rasulullah stopped for Jummah, a masjid was built there too. And then he went into the blessed city of Medina. And everybody was rushing to see him, including the Muslims and non-Muslims, which probably had about 200 Muslims. There was a lot of Jews and a lot of Munafiq and a lot of Christians. They were there, but they all rushed to see him. And amongst them was Abdullah ibn Salam. And this is a hadith of Salam. And this is the religion of Salam. So he said, this rabbi, he said, when I saw Rasulullah's face, just looking at his face, Iman entered his heart. He knew this is not the face of a liar. And he rated this hadith to us, Afshu Salam. This is what our Prophet ﷺ said. This is what our religion was based upon. This is what the city of Medina and the new Islamic state was based upon. Your Rasulullah said, Afshu Salam, give salam to everybody. There was just 200 Muslims, Jews, Christians. وَأَطْعِمُوا الطُّعَامِ, and feed the people. We are not talking about Muslim. This masjid feed the people. We had food program for many, many years. Many years, this masjid feed the people. He's not talking to Muslim. وَصِلُّ الْأَرْحَامِ, and do not break the relationship of the womb. وَصَلُّوا بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّاسُ نِيَامِ, and when everybody is sleeping. This masjid was the first one to start Salatul Tahajjud. Qiyamul 3 Jews in one night, from 1 a.m. until whenever Fajr was. The first mosque here. Tadkhulul Jannata bisalam, and you will enter Jannah with salam. Why are we working so hard for? Why are we here in this masjid? So that we can enter Jannah in salam. So what was the first command? Give salam, be good to people, establish justice, feed the people, not only Muslims. We have a right to take care of our community. You know how many people goes hungry in America? This is what our Islamic state was built upon. These 4 words. And I want us to take this to the grave. And do not break relationship among your relatives. Do not break the relationship. Establish silul arham. And then pray your salat when everybody else is sleeping. And we will enter Jannah with salam. And you know when we enter paradise, and our Lord says salam unto us, and we see his blessed face, this is the biggest prize we have in paradise, to see our Lord's face. And he's going to say salam to us. And what's the first thing that's going to come out of our mouth? Allahumma anta salam. Oh Allah, you are salam. Wa minka salam. Salam comes from you. This is the first thing that comes out of our mouth. Salam is important. The first word that came out from our Father, go and tell the angels salam in paradise. Assalamu alaikum. Our religion is based upon salam. And the atahiyyat of paradise is going to be salam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us in salam. Allahumma alif bayna kulubina wa asli zata baynina wahdina subul salam wa najjina min az-zulumati ila an-nur. Jazakallah khair.
Alhamdulillah. No, remain seated here. No, remain seated here, please. No. Okay, Jazakallah khair. We're trying the best that we can to work towards the time. Wassalam. I think we have 2 speakers So now we're going to officiate our Imam. Another one. Listen down. There is a saying in in the Sufi tradition that our teachers used to say, "Man sa'a bila asa lakad asa rabbal asa." I'm not saying it's an hadith and it's not Quran. Okay, so I'm not going to translate it. But it's a tradition that our teachers used to have, that they always walk with a staff, and they call it the staff of power. So today, inshallah, our Imam, we're going to give him a turban, which is a tradition that we do, and we're going to give him that staff, so that when you see him, you know this is a full Imam recognized by the Jama'ah. And after making a turban, our Amir is here, our Imams are here, we're going to make mubay'ah for our Imam today, so that each and everyone, because mubay'ah is very, very important, as Imam Abdul Hamid had just said. When there was an argument, a misunderstanding, Umar told Abu Bakr, "Give me your hand, and I'm going to pay homage and recognize you as the Khalifa." And Umar did that. So that's exactly what we're going to do today, inshallah. So inshallah, so Amir and Imam Shamim, I'm going to help you to make the turban now, inshallah, as our tradition. Then after that, we're going to let you speak, inshallah. Okay, so we're going to have our staff here, and our turban is going to come, and I'm going to fold the turban, as we normally do. So we're going to, the Amir and Imam Shamim will help us. So Amir, Imam Shamim, come with us.
We want to see Hafiz on YouTube, huh? Yeah.
Okay, all of us. Can you hold it for that too? Inshallah. They want to see the Imam, so if you can stand for a little, let's stand a little bit so the brothers can see, inshallah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
MashaAllah, he looks like Yahya Khalid. Yahya Khalid was the most handsome of the Sahaba.
Allahu Akbar.
Whenever Angel Jibreel visited Muslim, he took on the appearance of Yahya Khalid. And he always wear the Imam with the turban.
Allahu Akbar.
Always visit Rasulullah with the turban.
Allahu Akbar. Jazakallah khair, inshallah. May Allah Almighty bless the Jama'ah. May Allah Almighty bless the Jama'ah. So now we have our Amir. The Amir has been our Amir for years. He has done all he could to unify the community. He's in our mix here. I'm going to hand over the microphone to him so that he can also give us some words of advice, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and may the peace and blessing be upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions and all those who follow them in the way of righteousness until the day of time. First of all, I have to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for life. It is, to me, it is very important that we thank Him for life. Because without life, none of this would happen. It is very important for us to remember what is life and the purpose of this life. And what is the purpose of this life? You can have all the wealth, all the wives, all the children in this world, and you haven't fulfilled the purpose of your life. It's wasted. Do not waste your life. Do not waste your life. Today is a very special day to me, and it should be a special day to you. And I was sitting here thinking about the Imam who passed away. And he was the only Imam this Masjid ever knew. And everyone recognized him here as the chief Imam and respect him as such. And we all respect him as such. And believe me, it reminds me of something a teacher always said to me, and I repeat it often. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through His infinite knowledge. When I say His infinite knowledge, you may not understand what I'm talking about. His infinite knowledge to me is like this. It's bottled there with water. He knows the end of it before it even existed. That's His infinite knowledge. To know the end of anything before He's existed. So through His infinite knowledge, He has put in place and in perfect order everything for the benefit of mankind. Most of us here now, we hear the mosque is here. We come to this country here, the mosque is here, and the mosque is here as a privilege to you. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had already put this mosque in place for you to come here. He knew when you were coming here, so He put a place here for you to worship when you come here. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So with this in mind, Issah is here, the Hafiz is here, and I treat him as a son. I treat him as the son that I wish I had. And I treat most of the brothers here like the sons that I never had, or I wish I had. Because I know the importance of what is left and what is right. There are certain things you must know. There are certain things you must know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put in place and in perfect order everything for the benefit of mankind. You must know that. You must accept that. We all say we believe Aqidah. We all have it. Every human being has an Aqidah. But is it correct? Because if every human being has an Aqidah, and every human being belief is not the same, then somebody's Aqidah is not correct. So we claim that we have the correct Aqidah. But again, we have to establish it. Belief is one thing, and establishing that belief is Tawheed. Because you believe in Allah and His oneness, and how do you establish it? By practicing the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your life and my life will never be completed without this. We may have all the knowledge there is, but we are not acting on the knowledge that we have no knowledge. We may know all that we think we know, and you're not acting on that which you know. You do not know anything. And it reminds me every time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if you don't know, ask those who know. And so when I engage anyone in a conversation, my engaging in them in a conversation is to know what I don't know. And so I respect everyone for his knowledge. If I don't respect him for himself, I respect him for his knowledge. And through his knowledge, my Lord has blessed me with understanding. He has the knowledge, I listen, and my Lord blessed me with understanding. Understanding is a blessing from your Lord. Seek the knowledge, and he will bless you with understanding. I hope you understand what I'm saying. You know, this is so important for me this time here now. You know, it's like bridging the gap. This is how I see this here now. Bridging the gap. We talk about it, we try to practice it, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create a situation that we all could come here now today from different masajid and bridge the gap. And he uses the death of our chief Imam to bridge the gap. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. We all here today to witness this. But we may not be seeing it in the eyes of which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intended for us to see it. This is bridging the gap. Today we here recognizing the chief Imam of this Masjid. But we all should have in mind and think and pray that the day will come when we'll sit like this and celebrate or recognize the chief Imam of the Bronx. Inshallah, we have the chief Imam of the Bronx. Even chief Imam of the Bronx, not a Ghanaian Masjid, not a Fulani Masjid, not a Gambian Masjid, not a Nigerian Masjid, but the Imam of the Bronx. You know, the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said something which is very, very important. We repeat it every single time. He said, I'm leaving with you two things. Forgive me if I'm jumping here and there. He said, I'm leaving with you two things. If you hold on to those two things, you will never go astray. And we all say, yeah, we know the Quran. We hold on to that. And we are correct. And what is the next thing? Next thing, we say, oh, his sunnah. What is his sunnah? Is it the way he dressed? Is it what he eats? Is it the way he sleeps? He is talking about his character. And today, 99% of us, with all the knowledge we have no character. And so because we have no character, we're not going to succeed because we are not holding on to one of the two things that he tells us to hold on to. And for you to be successful, you must hold on to both. You would hold on to the Quran, yes, you will know it, but you wouldn't understand it. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. You will know it fully, you will memorize it, but you wouldn't understand it because you're not holding on to character. Because character is very important. Character, like the Imam said here last week in Bridging the Gap program, is a part of your Tawheed. And I agree with him. When you look at the problem of the Muslim world today, we say, oh, we have this big scholar here, we have this scholar here, and the world of Muslim is in the chaos. Where is the character? We need this scholar, we need this scholar. Well, what? 1400 years, what the Muslim have? Individually, we know some Quran, we know some individually. Where is the community of Muslims? When the Muslim nations that we're looking for as to lead us, to guide us, we're looking at them, they're killing people in their embassy. No character. When the messenger says, I leave with you two things, character. Character, character. Because I don't see anybody here today riding a red camel. I ain't see anybody here today traveling without taking a plane. I ain't see anybody here today live 5 days without eating any food. Because the messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's not going to ask you to do something that he knows that you're not capable of doing. And he knows you are not capable of doing these things, so he was not talking about that. Because the sick man could practice character. The lame man with character. No matter what your situation, your condition, character. Everybody could practice this. Brothers, put some character in our lives. If we want to be successful, put some character in our lives. And you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through his infinite knowledge, he tells you, let there rise from amongst you a group, doing what is right, forbidding that is wrong. And these are the ones that will be successful. And hold on to the rope that is extended to you and be not be divided amongst yourselves. In here, we are so divided. Out there, we are more divided. Character. We are divided because we lost the character. I'm not going to waste your time anymore. I was really speaking to myself. I'm speaking to myself because I talk to myself at the time. And I'm continuing talking to myself like this here to you now is because my soul is hungry and it needs food. And the food for the soul is the remembrance of Allah. When you're thirsty, you know you need water. When you're hungry, you know you need food. When your soul is hungry and thirsty, how do you recognize that your soul needs some food? You have to live in the consciousness of your Lord to benefit from that which he has already put there for you. When you come here, when we came here, we came to this mosque because we were living in the consciousness of a need to pray somewhere. So it was already placed in there. Everything is already placed there for you. But for you to get it, you have to live in that consciousness of remembrance your Lord. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us to understand this deen. Assalamu alaikum.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. We thank our Amir Abdullah, for his words of advice. May Allah Almighty bless him. We have two of our Imams here. But before we give them some few minutes, maybe 5 minutes each to speak, we would like to recognize the brothers of some leaders in our community here. First of all, we have a couple of Imams here. We have Imam Sada of Yankasa Mosque is here with us. And we have the Imams. Oh, okay. Our Amir wants to know if, with all due respect, if Imam Salah would just stand up for the brothers to know, okay, inshallah. And we have our Imams, Imam of An-Nasr. Where's Imam Hamza is here? Imam Ibrahim Murtala is here. And Imam Nuruddin is also here. I think I saw him somewhere here. Oh, okay, so they are there, inshallah. May Allah Almighty bless all of you. And we also have, yeah, Ibrahim Moses, I mentioned that. And we also have the Vice President of Yankasa Mosque, our brother Abdullah is here, representing the Yankasa Mosque. Then we have two of our chiefs here, the chief of the Muslim community in the Yankasa Mosque in the Bronx here. He's also here. He's my elder brother Arez Yahuza is here. And we have the next to him, the Imam of Kotokoli. He's also here. He's one of our elders. Chief Imam, okay. Oh, is that chief, right? Okay. No, we have the chiefs here, inshallah. May Allah Almighty bless them. May they live long for us, inshallah. So, inshallah, I'm going to turn over the microphone to Brother Idris. He's one of our imams here, inshallah, to give us some words of advice, inshallah, for 5 minutes. And we move on from there, inshallah.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أما بعد. I remember as a young student in Jamahiriya or Libya in the fall of 1988, some of my teachers were in a conference that was held in Spain, Real Madrid, concerning the role of Masjid in the life of the Muslims since the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his Sahaba. Dawr Masjid fi Hayat al-Muslimin. About more than 100 scholars from different parts of the world were invited to share their knowledge concerning the role of Muslims, the role of Masjid in the life of Muslims. But unfortunately, time will not allow us to go into that, inshallah. So I will. Before I get to this thing, I just want to briefly talk about Amir, inshallah. Some of us, they see Amir, they don't know actually who he is. He's a brother who Allah has blessed with a great deal of iman. La nuzaki Allahi ahada. We are not supposed to, you cannot choose and pick a candidate for Allah. Say this man has iman. But you can say what you know. Only what is apparent that you see. And also, man is choosing according to the way he deals with people. And inshallah, you say this inshallah, summa inshallah, he has a great deal of iman and possession of taqwa also. Not only that, but wal-ikhlas, sincerity. Also at-tadhiyya. Yani, when you say tadhiyya, sacrifice. Sacrifice his time a lot. He praised the priorities of the ummah, the community, even than his own business and his own house thing. And I can point, I know a lot of brothers in this community who Imam, particular Amir, has helped them. He worked with them at the Federal Plaza, 26th Federal Plaza, for their green card issues. Even some of our, excuse me to say, some of our, even members of our family will not have time for that for us. He has time to go to the big migration office, building to help some of the Muslim brothers for their green card issues, and he helped a lot, participated, and he practically in solving some of the issues of the marital problems of some of the brothers in this masjid. This is what he has been doing. Not only that, a lot of financial difficulties that Amir has done with the brothers in the masjid. And only Allah can reward him for that. And we ask Allah to put that in the scale of his good deeds. And his shortcoming, we ask Allah to forgive him because he is not a masoom, meaning he's not a prophet. He makes mistakes. And Imam Issah, what I will just say for the Jama'ah, he's not an Imam of Ghanaian community. He's not Imam, but Imam Mutsimutani in Ghana. He's not Imam of Ghanaian community. He's Imam of the Masjid of Mount Hope, the most diverse masjid in the Bronx, as we all know. Mount Hope is the only masjid that you cannot say that this is a Ghanaian masjid, or this is a Nigerian masjid, or Bosnian masjid, Somali masjid, which can be seen in other places. Turkish masjid. Mount Hope, never. It's like it's a home, Mount Hope masjid. So Imam Malik Issah, young Hafiz Imam Issah, inshallah, as I made it when I led Salah yesterday in Masjid Ghuraba. When I informed them that inshallah tomorrow I invite a lot of Jama'ah that we want to have officially inaugurating our young Imam Hafiz Issah as the Imam of Mount Hope Masjid. So I know some of them, I think they are here. May Allah bless them. So knowing that Imam Issah is not Imam of Ghana people, he's a Masjid, Imam of the Mount Hope Masjid. So we ask him, and also inshallah we're going to work with him, shoulder to shoulder, towards achieving this. Advice, sincere advice, support, to make sure inshallah he transcend beyond his regional, as a Ghanaian, and also transcend above his regional, status or his local, where he come from. He is representing the Ummah of Mount Hope, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At the same time also, taking a person as an Imam, it's not like a job outside, like a job, somebody is being given a job, a normal job as you know. This has to do with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he should not be taken advantage of based on his age, maybe, or from his social, his national background. Never have in your mind that we will allow you to manipulate or abuse or disrespect him for any other reason, as far as we live in this masjid. And we make sure everything, inshallah, go in the ways of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we are human beings, we're going to make mistakes. So Imam Issah, this is a personal advice. It shouldn't be in the secret. It should be for the amana. Those people who you call maybe uncles or teachers, including myself or Imam Muhammad and others, never bow to anyone. Never place him beyond Allah and His Messenger. Always work with the three independence on the basis of shura, based on the Kitab and Sunnah. Inshallah, you will be succeeded here and the hereafter. This is the simple. I have many things to share concerning the role of the masjid. One of the roles of the masjid is to unite the Muslims. Masjid should be the source for the unity of the Muslims, not disunity. Because after our home where we sleep, masjid is that which comes. It's an institution. Inshallah, we'll make sure we make this in the next program of Bridging the Gap, the role of masjid in the life of Muslims. So masjid is not just a place to make salat. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, even if a slave person from far distance part of the world become your leader, you must follow him and obey him. It is wajib, whether you like it or not. And if you go outside the biyah, and the Prophet says, if you die on that, you have died the death of the Jahiliyyah. Jahiliyyah is the period before the advent of Muhammad alayhi salatu salam. So inshallah, I have my colleague here, Sheikh Muhammad Masroor, whom I know for a long time. She's one of the very dedicated person. I don't have to. معروف أو نقول هو غني عن التعريف. Inshallah. So may Allah bless Imam Issah and also give him support and also help him and increase him ikhlas and tawadu. These two things I give. Al-ikhlas wa tawadu. Sincerity and humility. You are choosing to be a servant of the Jama'ah, khadim of the Jama'ah, not the master of the Jama'ah. La wallahi. So the last thing I'll say, inshallah, I'll close. Very powerful dua of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, saying that Allahumma ja'alni saghiran fi ayni. Oh Allah, make me see myself as a child, saghiran, that I'm nobody. Wa kabiran fi ayuni nas, but as a big man, big time man in the sight of the people. So if you want to make yourself kabir, you become otherwise. If you try to make yourself bigger, because you are the imam, you become like a child in front of the people. But if you place yourself where Allah has placed you, inshallah, Allah will raise you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khairah. Without wasting much time, I'm going to hand over the microphone because Maghrib is getting closer. I'm going to hand over the microphone to Imam Muhammad Masroor, inshallah, to give us a word of advice. And after that, we're going to bring our program to an end, inshallah. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam. Maghrib is already in, so I'll just make 125 seconds talk, inshallah.
Oh, check it.
No, that's it. It's 2 minutes, 10 seconds, inshallah. Nothing to be said. First, let's thank Allah. This is a very great day. This is one of the days that the believer envisioned to see. And we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless each and every one of us. Amen. May Allah rest the soul of our father in peace. Amen. Imam Shamim did a great work. When you look here today, that was the work of the old man. If it had not been how he was so receiving and forgiving and compassionate and a father and a grandfather to many of us, we will not be here. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless it. Amen. And then also our Amir, mashallah, for the past 22 years we've been moving around here. We started this institution and finally, mashallah, it's paying off. Amir, may Allah prolong your life. Amen. And my brother, I haven't seen him almost like 10 years now since he left. Mashallah, jazakallah khair. May Allah make it easy. Amen. Now I'll go back to my 1.5 minutes. Brothers, this is to Sheikh Issah. I mean, Sheikh Idris has already spoken. As a leader, you serve people. Number one. And as a leader, you humble yourself to people. Man tawada'a lin-nasi rafa'ahu Allah. Humble yourself. Do not allow the podium to deceive you. Do not allow the microphone that you speak before people make you think they are here to listen to you. And I like the hadith Sheikh Idris gave, see yourself small. I mean, this is through experience, and I'm telling you from experience. فَاسْأَلْ بِهِ خَبِيرًا. Please, it's very tempting. It was different when they were calling you, come and do. Now you are the official imam. You're going to be tempted. You will start feeling self-conceited. You will start feeling certain things. Please always do like Umar ibn al-Khattab. Put yourself down. Humble yourself to those who are your elders. Try to make sure that whatever you do it according to Islam. And finally, please, you are imam to everybody. My advice to you, a successful leader is not a tribal leader. A successful leader is not a group leader. You are imam to everybody. Allow yourself, like Rasulullah said, la khayra fi man la ya'luf wa la yulaf. Allow yourself to be okay with people. Yes, someone make a mistake, correct it, but you're going to see a lot. And finally, be very, very honest. Try as much as possible to be honest to yourself. Try as much as possible and be dedicated. And then also try as much as possible to be sincere. Because there are temptations. And please, whenever the Jama'ah has an issue, if you don't understand it, go into istikhara. Do not allow yourself to be hanging out when they are having their personal argument. Please, when they are arguing, you the imam, go to your office. Let your final say be a say. Don't indulge in argument. That's my advice. I know, you don't know, don't do that. That's my final, because now you are our father here. You are our boss here. And please take us serious, take good care of us, and then we will follow you. If you do not take good care of us, you're going to see some of us will be disobedient. So that's my advice, and may Allah guide each and every one of us. May Allah bless us and bless our Sheikh Issah, and may Allah rest the soul of Imam Shamim in peace. May Allah forgive him. Wherever he is today, he's happy. He left back, and the back is well taken care of. He left back, believe me, the best thing you will do is when you turn back, what you left behind is good. The masjid is in good hands. May Allah make it easy. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wassalatu wassalamu ala al-mursalin. I'm sorry, I went over 15 seconds.
May Allah Almighty bless all the brothers who spoke. We cannot say more than this. I remember those of you who were here, the first year Hafiz Issah led the Tarawih Salat. The last day that he finished the Salat, when he was asked to speak. One thing, if you could remember, if he's sitting right here, one thing that he said was that since he started leading the Salat, no one called him and told him, fear Allah. I still remember that. Brothers might have forgotten, but he remembers that. Hafiz, I'm telling you to fear Allah. Fear Allah, fear Allah, fear Allah. وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. Whosoever fears Allah Almighty, يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا, Allah Almighty will make a way for him. Whatever the situation is, Allah Almighty will make a way for you. وَيَرْزُقُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ, and Allah Almighty will bless him, that individual, from wherever he never even thought of. The help will come from every angle. So fear Allah, fear Allah, fear Allah. To end, inshallah, we're going to hand over the microphone to our Imam Salih to pray. But before then, we need money for the masjid. We're not going to go until we raise some money for the masjid. So brothers, go around and take the fi sabilillah. After that, our Imam Salih will pray. Then the entire Jama'ah can come and shake hands with the Imam. We want to shake hands with him and make mubayah, give homage to him and bless him, inshallah. But before that, we want to take the sabil, inshallah, go around. And sisters, if you are upstairs, please collect our money for us, inshallah. The money that Allah gave you, we want the money. The money has to come down now, inshallah. Fi sabilillah. Fi sabilillah. Okay. كل أتعصم كل مدوبة في سبيل الله. من ذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا who will give Allah Almighty loan. Inshallah. في سبيل الله. Make a donation. Inshallah. May Allah Almighty bless you. في سبيل الله. جاهدوا بأموالكم وأنفسكم. Inshallah. في سبيل الله. Donate. في سبيل الله. If you have a sister absent, inshallah, sisters should collect the sabil for us and bring it down here. Inshallah, fi sabilillah, fi sabilillah. Yeah, quite look at you. So brothers, be patient with us, inshallah. This is equally important. Be patient with us. We're going to tell you what we're going to do next, inshallah. Fi sabilillah. Fi sabilillah. Fi sabilillah. في سبيل الله. في سبيل الله. جاهدوا بأموالكم وأنفسكم إن شاء الله في سبيل الله. في سبيل الله. يبون يوانا يا كأدوا كاري كويا بقشرة مانو غراغرا يبايا إن شاء الله. Okay. As we are waiting, we're collecting the sabil, inshallah. We have our brother who has requested, Brother Musa. He has requested that we pray for him. He just opened a new business. He wants us to pray for him, inshallah. So we're going to put that in the house of the Imam. The Imam will pray for him when he's prayed, inshallah. Put all together, inshallah. جاهدوا بأموالكم وأنفسكم
في سبيل الله. ماذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا? Forgive Allah Almighty loan, give and Allah Almighty will provide, inshallah. في سبيل الله. So we're going to hand over the mic to our Imam of the mosque, Imam Saleh. He's the chief Imam of the mosque. And inshallah, we have a big walima. We have food, enough food for everybody, inshallah, upstairs. So please, make sure that you pray with us, we pray together so that we can go upstairs for the food. So Imam al-Din.
صلوا على النبي الكريم. صلوا على النبي الكريم. صلى الله عليه وسلم. First of all, I want us to say Fatiha together for our Imam that has passed. May Allah have mercy on him. May Allah give him Jannah. Fatiha. Imam Issah, the responsibility that I place on you is a very big responsibility. We pray for Allah to make it easy for him to carry it out. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take arrogance from his heart, make him humble servant of Allah, and may Allah help him and help all of everybody. Everybody that's contributed to this, may Allah reward everybody. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gather us in Jannah with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما آمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. I want to be the first to make bayah.
MashaAllah. Okay. Before we come and make the bayah to the Imam, before we do that, I think we have one of our elders, our chief, the chief of Muslim community in the Bronx here. Okay, so brothers, if you want to come and make mubayah to be the Imam, inshallah, please you can come over and do that, inshallah.
باكي صلى الله او ذاك صلى الله الحمد لله الله